Shalom, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Rukah Kudash, the brothers and the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect across the four corners of the earth. Again here with another lesson, and I'll just be going through the Spirit. Alright, so I'll be starting off in 2 Kings 17 and 39. But the Most High, your God, ye shall fear, and he shall deliver you out of the hand of all your enemies. Alright? So it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi that we should fear. And he is the one that we should reverence. Okay? Because in him we are helped. Alright? We are helped in him and only him. Alright? And everything else, you understand, is not to put your trust in. Alright? Especially this system. Because this system is getting ready. This system is getting ready to be, is getting ready to start a digital currency. And we know that have eyes to see that that's a step further, alright, to the mark of the beast, which is the RFID micro C-HIP. Alright? And we know according to prophecy, if any man have the mark in his right hand or in his forehead, he will be tormented day and night in the presence of the Lamb and in the presence of the angels. So you're going to be tormented day and night in the presence of Yahawashi and in the presence of his angels when he returns, as long as in the presence of the men of the Lord. Because as the scriptures say, only with thy eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So let me type it up and see if I can find it. Like this thing. Select. Let's get mad. A little time here. Right, this is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 10. And I'll start at 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the Lamb, in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. Alright? Right? From there, let me go to 20 and verse 10. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. And that's going into the destruction of Babylon, right? When it be destroyed with nuclear, fire. It's going to be burning day and night. You understand? For a certain period of time. Alright? So, guys, what's gonna happen and take place on the face of the earth? And those who take that mark is going to be tormented with fire and brimstone. Right? So what we do is, we being the watchmen of Israel, we advise that You don't take that mark. You resist it. All right? Because we coming in a time where it's going to be mandatory and that some men is going to be beheaded if they refuse to take it, which being beheaded, all right, for the Lord, that's better than you burning in that nuclear fire and you coming back in the kingdom with everlasting shame and contempt. All right, because the scriptures did say that some of us will be martyrs, all right, and some of us will have to die for the truth. Some of us will be beheaded. It's prophecy, all right. And the scripture also said the dead in Yahawashi Hamashiach shall rise first, and that precious is the death of the saints, all right. So however the Lord have it, because the scripture also say whether we live by the Lord, or whether we die, we die by the Lord. Whether we live or die, therefore we are the Lord. So we are in the hands of the Lord at the end of the day. We are in the hands of the Lord, and if the Lord wants us to die for this truth, then that is where it is. If the Lord say, you know what, you will be alive until you see my coming. You will be on the face of the earth until I come back. All right, then that is where it's going to be. Some men is gonna witness it all, and some men is gonna go back up into the heavens. You know, so like the scriptures say, show yourselves men. You know, because we understand what is about to take place upon the face of the earth. There's a lot of judgment and a lot of death and chaos and famines and death and more death and death and death and death and killing. And all these is the beginning of sorrows, right? So pray without ceasing, right? Pray without ceasing. Um, be diligent, do your videos and put forth your all into this truth. Like the scripture say, give all diligence to make thy call and an election sure. You give all diligence, you do your videos at the best of your ability, you read, you pray, and you be occupied in prophecies. Alright? Because one of the main work jobs of a prophet is to prophesy. Say something before it happen. Right? And we ain't coming in with own words, we coming in the words of Yahawashi. We are saying, thus saith the Lord. Right? We ain't coming in our own doctrine and our own words. We coming in the words of the Lord. Right? A force that cannot be reckoned with. You see, you cannot do nothing against the truth but for the truth. And everything that has been done in the darkness will be brought into the light. So this great knowledge and this great truth that was hidden from us for so long has been revealed unto us. Right? Because the scriptures say that he's going to send Elijah, the prophet, before the great and terrible day of the Lord. Right? So the Lord allowed Elijah to come, which was Abba Bivens, Elder Abba Bivens. Right? He came back. Elijah came back as Abba Bivens, and he bring forth the gospel of truth. All right, to turn us back unto him, before that day comes, so that what the elect could be sealed, because all of us were in darkness, all of us was a void of light, and the Lord pulled us out of that light. All right, and now we prophesying and we preaching against this man's kingdom, this devil, right? Esau, the so-called white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's the enemy, he's the deceiver, he's the adversary, and he always will be. Okay? He was always will because the Lord programmed him to be that way. You understand? That's our natural born enemy. Because the scripture say from the womb, right? When Rebecca had Jacob and Esau, right? The scripture say it was within the womb that the Lord done sanction their destiny and their fate and how things is going to be turned out. One people could be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right, and it's gonna have enmity between us. All right, so this is something that we have to, consider. Once you have the understanding of these scriptures, you have to consider that, we have enemies. All right. Stop trying to look to save all nations. Stop trying to look to save the so called white man. Okay, he is the enemy and he will show you that he's the enemy. Right? Revelation 12 and 12. For those of you who think that he is still your friend or it have some good ones, you understand what I'm saying? The Lord is gonna greatly disappoint you. All right? When that time come. So as a matter of fact, let me go to it and read it. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And Esau knows that he have a short time, because he seeing the prophets on the highways and hedges, prophesying and seeing the things of what's to come and seeing it coming, right? And his idea is to get everybody chipped, all right? Let everybody take his mark in his right hand and in his forehead, because in Revelation 3 and 16, he said he calls it all, rich and poor, free and bond, right? So his plan, this is his plan. This is his new world order plan. Revelation 3 and 16, because Salak is not this is not Revelation and 16. Salak. Let me make sure Salak. Actually I meant to say 13 and 16. Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. So this is his new order. He wants to control everybody, because once they implant this device within you and they want to use it and say is the digital currency is for digital currency, like for have your bank account or a credit card, you know, or simple things like to unlock your car or to unlock a lock from a door. You understand? You saw with this technology, they would want to use these things and put it in there. They might even come and say, hey, you're gonna get the chip coming with, $20,000. All right. You go at $20,000 to start off one time. And you're gonna have a lot of people is going to be taking it. A lot of people is going to be taking it. All right. Millions. Esau is going to catch millions of people, and it could possibly be more that's gonna take that mark. All right. Some of them might be due to the ignorance. All right, but you can't say I wasn't warned, because you had the prophets of the Lord is telling you what the mark of the beast is. We are telling you what the mark of the beast is. So you cannot say that you wasn't warned or nobody didn't tell you. Right? Because when people hungry, right, let us change. They go see something now. Me taking that thing a week pass, you know, they ain't had no food. They're being tortured. You understand? They go say, you know what? It's best I take guys. Well, guess what? If you take that, you have more torture to get. You have a more worse fate to get. All right. So this is why you have to pray and ask the Lord to strengthen your spirit in those times. Because those times it ain't going to be no games. After that is the kingdom. After that is eternal peace. Right? No more sorrow. No more paying taxes for Esau. No more going to work for Esau. All right? After that is going to be everlasting peace. Right? So you want to give it your all for Yahawashi and Yahawashi as you're alive and you're upon the face of the earth now. Because after this is the kingdom. Right? After this is the kingdom. So I'll close it off here. Hope this lesson was edifying. Kalala Yahawashi and Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rakahodash, Abalanas the elders and the apostles, every millstone, and shalom to the elect.